Hello everyone, Professor Lohit here. Today we will see the lecture number 24, plate bearing test. So the plate bearing test is used to evaluate support of a subgrade in situ for use of pavement design by using the larger diameter of the plates. The plate bearing test was originally devised to find the modulus of subgrade reaction, which we represent it as a K. Clear? So this is a test setup which has a different plates of which diameter varies from 75 centimeter, 60 centimeter, 45 centimeter, 30 centimeter. A load device consisting of a jack and having the probing ring arrangement and the reactions frame. This is the reaction frame against which the jack can give thrust to the plate. A datum frame resting far from the whatever the loading area. This have the dial gauge used to measure the settlement of the load plate. Clear? So let us see how it work. First, the test site whatever is there, it is first labeled and the plate is properly seated on a prepared surface. Then the stiffening plates of decreasing diameter. This is the highest diameter, then lower diameter, decreasing diameters are placed, and the jack and probing ring assembly are fitted to the provide the reaction against the whatever the frame you get. Clear? 3 to 4 dial gauges are fixed on a periphery, that is independent datum frame to measure the settlements. Okay. First, a seating load of 0.07 kg per centimeter is applied to release and release after few seconds. Okay, seating load is nothing, थोड़ा first load डालना और छोड़ देने का, so that they get the exactly the mark where the loading exactly is supposed to be started. Clear? So a load sufficient to cause 0.2 mm average settlement is applied where there is no perceptible increase in settlement, no increase further increases, then the rate of settlement less than 0.025 mm per minute the readings of settlement dial gauges are noted. So further the corresponding, so when the no further increase in the settlement, so settlement is less than 0.025 mm per minute, and the reading of the settlement dial is noted. Corresponding load value is noted for providing on a same probing ring. What are you having here? Clear? The average settlement determined from the dial gauges, the load is then increased till the increase in further about 0.25 mm and average settlement, and the load values are noted. This procedure is repeated until the settlement reaches 1.75 mm or 0.175 centimeter. So until this attainment you are going to apply the load. Once you get this much of the reading, then you are going to plot the graph. So we plot the graph between mean bearing pressure, that is in kg per centimeter square, and mean settlement. Clear? For in this picture in graph, for the settlement of the pressure for corresponding settlement of 0.125 centimeter or 1.2 mm, we find the K value, that is pressure, mean bearing pressure. By seeing to this, the K value is found by K is equal to nothing but P divided by this deflection. In subgrade, modulus of subgrade, always this deflection is for 0.125 only centimeter. So this pressure is in kg per centimeter square, and this whatever the deflection is in centimeter square. So unit for this K is always kg per centimeter cube. So this is given by the formula P divided by 0.125. So modulus of subgrade reaction may be defined as the pressure sustained per unit deformation of the subgrade at specified deformation or pressure level using a specified plate. The diameter of the standard plate for the K value of the subgrade is 75 centimeter. But in even some conditions in highway, the smaller plate of 30 centimeter is also used. Is it clear? So the mean settlement for the modulus of subgrade reaction always found for the deflection 0.12. As you see in a CBR, we find the deflections for 2.5 mm and 5 mm deflection. Here we go for 0.125 centimeter or 1.25 mm deflections. You find the P value, that is bearing pressure. So that divided by the deflection, that gives you the modulus of subgrade reactions. So in some conditions, what happen? The modulus of subgrade reactions of the soil will be lowest at the soaked conditions, because the moisture content at the time to carry out the plate bearing test may not often represent the worst moisture conditions. Yes or no? You might go and when very soil is very much dry in nature. So it may not be practically always carry out the test at the conditions to determine the design the K value. In such conditions, what do we do? The modulus of subgrade reaction is found, that is prevailing moisture content, and the value is so obtained by may be modified for the soaked condition by applying some correction factor. So here the graph, you can check that this is pressure versus deformation. When you have the soaked conditions, obviously the whatever the settlement values or deformation value is going to be reduced. This is in the unsoaked conditions. So this is given by the formula modulus of subgrade for soaked condition is equal to K into pressure for the soaked condition, pressure for the dry conditions. By this you can find out the difference. You have to remember this formula. And one more concept comes into picture here: corrections for smaller plate. Because in plate load test we use different kind of the plates. The different plates are 75 centimeter, 60 centimeter, 45 and 30 centimeter. So if this is a standard plate, 75 centimeter is a standard plate. If I use the 30 centimeter plate, then how to do the corrections for that? Okay, for that we assume the subgrade to be elastic medium with a modulus of elasticity E, that is kg per centimeter square. Theoretically, relationship deformation under rigid plate with having the radius a centimeter is given by delta is nothing but 1.18 P into A divided by E, where this is the deformation. So K is always given by P divided by delta. So delta is nothing but 1.18, that is P into E ऊपर जाएगा 1.18 P into A. Yes or no? So here, if the value of the elastic modulus is taken as constant and the K is inversely proportional to then A, so therefore the K is nothing but is a constant. This K, I will take this whole term as rest of them as a constant. So if we equating that, the K will be always equal to the whatever the other plate you are taking, modulus of elasticity for the A1 plate, that 30 centimeter plate, this is 75 centimeter plate. So from that conditions I can find out the K for even smaller plate. If I use a 30 centimeter plate, so this is the I going to get that. From that I can convert easily for 75 centimeter plate. That is what we call as a standard plate. You have to remember this formula here. Clear? Okay, I will finish up the class here. So remaining we see in the next class. Thank you.